Yo, what's up guys, my name's Hakiii and these are underrated money making methods that I'm guilty of not grinding enough myself. First one is going to be with the salvage yard, which is honestly a very cool business that's pretty different from a lot of other ones. The main money method is inside of the computer, but we're going to be focusing on the tow truck missions and why they're actually so good for making money both actively and passively. So every in-game day, which lasts 48 minutes, you're able to do 2 tow truck missions back to back, and they're extremely easy missions of literally just driving to a vehicle that usually doesn't spawn too far away, towing it all the way back to the salvage yard, and then making a couple $10,000, along with generating a very nice amount of money through the wall safe, which currently I don't have too much, but I'll show you exactly how the wall safe works, and it's actually a lot of fun, and it's actually very different from a lot of other wall safes. Now, the vast majority of the time, the spawn location of the vehicle is going to be relatively close, so this one's actually super close to my salvage yard. If you do get a bit of a farther location, what you could do is just find a new session, and then you need to wait a short 2-minute cooldown before you can start another tow truck mission. So there's a little bit of a cooldown, but it's only 2 minutes. It goes by very fast. Now, we're not going to be instantly getting paid for doing this mission. After we deliver the vehicle back to the salvage yard, we're going to need to wait 1 in-game day to actually get paid, which will be around $30,000 to $40,000 per vehicle. So for a mission that takes literally like a few minutes at most, we have to do it twice, and then we're going to be making anywhere from $60,000 to $80,000, so about $70,000 in profit from the active money making, plus the safe income, which we'll get into a little bit later. That's going to add us a lot more money as well in the long run. Sometimes you will have the cops chasing you, even though they're not that annoying like some other missions, so they're not going to laser you too much or anything, but most of the time I didn't have any issues with cops chasing me or anything, so super easy and straightforward mission. And for a relatively big truck, it's actually not too slow either. So once we drive into the yellow circle, now we need to wait a certain amount of time to get paid, since the staff just needs to salvage the parts of this vehicle, and then we're going to get paid when they're done. Now, if you don't have the staff upgrade, it's going to take 2 in-game days. I feel like most people do, so if you do have the staff upgrade, it's going to take only 1 in-game day, which is relatively quick. If you haven't done it with 2 vehicles, you could literally just go back to the tow truck, wait 2 minutes, and start another mission. Now, this is the active money making side. Now, with the wall safe, every in-game day it's going to be generating a certain amount of money, and how you can affect this amount of money is by doing more tow truck missions. And so if you do 4 tow truck missions total, which is going to take you a max of 2 in-game days, technically less than that, since you could just do 2 of them and then wait 48 minutes and then do another 2 very quickly, that's going to make your wall safe generate the maximum amount of income every in-game day, which is $24,000. One of the best rates we have in the game with the wall safe. I mean, sure, it's not as good as the nightclub, but I mean, you are making some active money along with this wall safe, so technically you could argue that generally you're making more money with this tow truck mission. Plus, you don't have to worry about popularity like you do with the nightclub, so you don't have to spend any money besides doing tow truck missions. That's literally the only effort. Let me go ahead and do another tow truck mission just to maximize the amount of profits. So complete 4 of them as soon as possible. That's going to make you a lot of money through the safe. Looks like we got another relatively close location for picking up a vehicle. Now, of course, the wall safe isn't going to be making $24,000 consistently forever, so as long as you don't do any tow truck missions, it's going to go down by about 10% every in-game day. Basically, if you do a couple of tow truck missions, that's going to get you the maximum amount. Then if you stop doing them for a certain amount of time, the amount is going to decrease by about 10% each time. So let's say from 24,000, it's going to go down to just under 22,000. Then if another in-game day passes by without doing any tow truck missions, it's going to go down to about 20,000 and steadily go down from there as long as you don't do any tow truck missions. So basically, it encourages you to grind tow truck missions every now and then. Also, how in the world do I get there? I think I went the wrong way. How did you just teleport out of your vehicle, sir? Super easy mission. Looks like we're not going to get the cops on us yet again. We're actually getting pretty lucky here with both the spawn locations and NPCs interfering. As long as you can stay somewhat consistent with the salvage yard, it's going to be making you a lot of money both passively and actively. The best part about the wall safe though is even if you do only a couple of tow truck missions to maximize the profit and then stop doing it for the end of time, you're still going to be reaching the max capacity of the wall safe at $250,000. Sure, it is going to be going up by a slower amount each time, and it's going to take a little bit of time to reach 250k, but eventually you are going to reach it after doing only a couple of these missions, which is a huge benefit. The one and only bummer is that you don't immediately get the the money from delivering the vehicles. You have to wait for both the wall safe and your staff to actually salvage these vehicles, but really easy missions, making for some great money. So thank you to my beautiful staff for actually working on this and getting me paid a little bit better. So anyway, let's move on to the next business. So the bail office business, I feel like, is a bit slept on, not gonna lie. I really like how the business runs, both with the active and the passive money making side. With the wall safe over here, you just have these two agents that you can go up to, press right D-pad, and they're going to be coming back in one in-game day to generate you $10,000 to $20,000 after sending both of them on some work. So super easy, just go up to them, press right D-pad, easy money right there. Eventually you want to go up to your safe when it's capped at $100,000 and collect the money. That's super easy. But another great money making method is inside of the computer, and that's going to be with the high demand bounty. It's highlighted in red on the right side. So these are really worth doing, much better money than the regular bounties, which do have a shorter cooldown, but I don't think they're worth the time to do every in-game day. So the cooldown on the high demand bounty is 24 hours, which might sound like a lot, but it's honestly a pretty fair amount of time. So I like to integrate this into my daily routine of making money because it's a full day cooldown after completing one of these, and you can do these completely solo, which is awesome as well. I feel like getting a good $130,000 every in-game day, completing a pretty straightforward mission that should take about 10 minutes to complete, I'd say. That's pretty solid. I'm really happy with making $130,000 for a 10-minute mission. I recommend using one of your fast personal vehicles when starting off in this mission. You're going to spawn next to your van, but it's super slow, and obviously you want a faster vehicle to get to the initial location it tells you to. Okay, wow, we found them in the first room that we actually searched. Find a way out of the basement? He trapped me in his basement? Your weapons, clothes, and phone have been taken. Find a way out. Oh no. We can break the fuse box. Okay, let's press RT on this, grab this, and now we actually have a weapon to destroy the fuse box. Okay, this makes a lot more sense. Let's press RT, hit that, and now we can actually open the gate without getting electrocuted. Now we're gonna take our phone. Cool. Oh crap, now we need to go and hit him. There we go, that worked. Then it's gonna highlight the key on the map. Once you get close to it, let's go ahead and collect that. Get out of this place in freaking underwear with hearts on them. Now once we find the target, we need to either shoot his leg or stun him with the stun gun. So I recommend having a stun gun. Let's go ahead and go up to him, press right D-pad. Make sure you actually capture him alive, just because otherwise you're not going to be making nearly as much money. And at this point, we're just going to make our way back to the bail office, and overall it took about 10 minutes to complete. These bounty hunts are pretty similar to the tow truck missions in the sense that you don't get the money immediately, but after about one in-game day you will be getting the $130,000 for capturing the bounty. Until then, the bounty is going to be stuck in the bail office's jail. We got $25,000, I don't even know for what, but the actual $130,000, or in this case $125,000 for this bounty, is going to be received a little bit later. So both of these methods are absolutely amazing and super underrated in my opinion. If you like this video, you're probably going to like the one on the screen right now. I hope you all enjoy that video, and peace.